I did one project for schools in Ireland, making a digital screen that showed the indoor air quality to students who are in the school. So what happens in these colder climates is that they have to keep all of the windows closed because it's cold, and then heat the room up. So what happens is all the kids are breathing out carbon dioxide, and then the indoor carbon dioxide starts to get quite high. And what happens is that when we're breathing in too much indoor CO2, we get tired. Once it gets to about 800, so outdoor CO2 is about 400 parts per million. Once it gets up to about 800, that's when you'll start to notice it and you'll start to get tired. And what happens is that it gets up to 2,000 or even 3,000 parts per million, which really means people start getting headaches, they start falling asleep. This is why when you're in stuffy conference rooms, you get tired. It's because it's getting up that high, and it's a really big problem for building designs which have built the building envelope to have everything shut. And especially when it gets cold, you can't really open anything. So this is a big issue with school children well, with everybody, but this project was about school children, to basically train them to try and open the window whenever the CO2 got too high. But then there's kind of paradox to it that, well, if you open the window, then you've got the heater going, and then that's bad for the energy efficiency. So you've got to kind of train the kids to open the window, but then be okay with being cold, that they will wear jackets, they'll bring jackets to school, they won't complain about being cold, they're kind of all right with that. So yeah, indoor air quality kind of often will work against energy efficiency. You don't want the heater going with like the window open. Anyway, so I made these little screens that had a brain character on them. And so the brain character animated with expressions based on how what the indoor air quality levels were. So it's using basically ambient feedback, that kind of theory that you need it not on an app or on a browser, but actually just sort of coming in at you from the outside world. So a small screen that sits on the wall, using color, just really simple, not a chart, just colors, all it needs, ranging from green to red. There's the brain, and the brain's like happy and the brain's sad because we emotionally connect with faces and characters more than we do with data. So you get an engineer to design this, they just put like a chart on it, right? When you understand the behavioral psychology, you realize that we need to use like faces and characters, especially that we're working with kids, right? So the brain is like happy, and then the brain's like sad, and then this screen is like changing, throughout the day. Like it has a sensor on it, and it has a small audio chime that goes off when it's too high. And it was really effective. It got deployed through a whole bunch of schools in Ireland. And the woman who I worked on it, her kid was actually like in one of the classrooms. So she got like direct feedback. And they showed me the data, and it was profound. The kids totally reacted to it. They responded, they opened the windows. It really worked as it was intended to work. And so that was a really wonderful project to just like really test the theories out.